Hi, if you'd like to come on in for some symbolic support, we're going to scry the afterlife aura. Here's our ink blot that'll inspire our meditative state if you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms. We'll utilize the ink blot, tarot and oracle, and as well the spirit box. And we'll get going here if there's any spirits that would like to step through. All right, I can take a moment here if you'd like to join me to release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. Thank you for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in the afterlife aura. I'm actually going to flip it, is what I'm hearing. Okay.
Which?
I feel like I'm seeing something like eye to eye. Again, I'm trying to look through. Yeah, I'm trying to look through something, but I don't know if my ears are closed or have really big ears. I almost feel like I'm seeing a particular animal, but I don't know what kind it is. It's a monkey, but not a monkey. What is this? I feel like it's like black and white or gray and white, and maybe it like jumps around, kind of like a flying squirrel style, but it's not a flying squirrel either. I can't remember what it's called. Okay,
Which?
something is talking to my lower belly. My lower belly. I might be trying to soothe something. If I'm working through grief, I feel as though the spirit stepping forward is soothing my belly, something in my guts. Like I just could also be pregnant, and this mate in spirit is speaking to your belly. If your mate has passed, I'm not really sure where I'm going here yet. Because it's like on one hand I can feel like my mate, my partner, my companion has passed,
Sun.
and I'm holding. I might have a son, but I hold I hold feelings that make my lower belly feel very uncomfortable. Like I feel like I have a belly ache. Like that's where my, like, the pit of my belly, just my guts, my being is distraught over this loss still. And then I'm brought into like self-soothing of rubbing the belly, whether I'm just like laying on the couch or laying in bed, or if I'm out and about and I'm having a bout of this, like something's being triggered, and I want to rub my belly in like a self-soothing, because it's almost like the action in and of itself also helps to move and transform the feeling that I'm feeling. And I don't want to be nasty and say suppressing, but it's deep. It's deep. It's like the spirit understands that it's deep because our connection is deep, and there's lots of chains and links that we've been together in many lifetimes. Sometimes we were committed in a relationship romantically, other times we were different companions in conjunction to each other,
Sun.
but we were always committed. Somebody right now very well may be, it is Sun with an O, pregnant and or has a son. And okay, okay, I'm going to go with you have a son, having a son. And this spirit, I do believe this spirit is male stepping forward, and they speak to your belly. They speak to, oh, okay. So whether you had a child with this person who has passed, having, will have, right? There's all these different timelines, because it's like I can see the spirit remembering when you were pregnant. I can see the spirit being there with you if you are pregnant. And I can see the spirit seeing the son grown. It's like I'm seeing all ages at once. Does that make sense? In some way, shape, or form, whether I'm alive or in the afterlife, we're always connected. And there's something about this,
Which?
the sun. The sun. You've said witch many times. I don't know if that's a insult or a compliment. Or you may resonate with witch, like intuitive, natural, seeing. But that doesn't take away from the compassion that this spirit feels to the human experience still being lived on, because it's like they're right there. It's just your connection has shifted forms because there's a bigger picture at play. There's a bigger picture at play, and it's almost as if I'm being shown through the eyes of the spirit that doesn't necessarily feel the grief or the anger or the lack of love because of the state they're in, a particular understanding, but they do share it with you through you. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to move down. The sun may
Seance.
feel that there's like beings around. Sorry, I'm going to try and share this. Like these hidden, see like little faces popping out. I don't know if it's ghosts of grief. I'm also seeing a dolphin, just the head. Like higher frequencies, like just popping out. Oh, that's the dad in spirit. That's the dad. Yep. That's the dad talking to the son and or of yourself. But when I wander down, I go into more of the sun space. Something about ears. I don't know if the sun has internal talk or external, like maybe just isn't, I don't want to say isn't moving through the grief process well, because that's not a judgment. But there might, I don't want to assume either that they're lower, but there just might be other entities around them or energies. Okay. Okay. On the bottom, we have honesty. There's some, the spirit is asking, which I believe is your mate, partner, companion, somebody's if you're here with me.
Zachary.
Hi, Zachary, if that's your name, or you're speaking to a Zachary. Okay, that's unseen. So this is that father figure trying to give advice. Like there's a wisdom, okay? Yes, there's a wisdom in that. I don't know that the son is hearing it. Okay, that's one rabbit hole. I have another one here that's stepping forward. There's a potential that the son reflects upon the memories that dad said or did, or the advice, like the wisdoms that a dad would give you, and really trying to live in someone's shoes. You don't have to do it the same way. Take the advice and do it your way. Oh, I'm going to cry. The dad is very, very proud. Very, very proud. There's a transformation happening if that card comes through, and behind it that's unseen. Whoops. Don't worry that the card's upside down. They're all mixed up. Is friendship. I feel like the mother, the parent, the partner. Oh, there's something about your friends, siblings, sisters, your friend circle that is, they're like pillars for you. Pillars through this process, through the transformation. Oh, you hold this man so dear to you. This male energy so, so dear to you. And they know it. They know it. They feel it. But in that
Zachary.
so dearness, every so often I feel as though like I'm carrying on about my day, or I'm trying to, and I just get hit with a bout of sadness. And it goes into my belly, the pit of my stomach. And I just heard like, is it The Price is Right? In a very curious way, but it's fun. And Spirit says, self-soothe. And I see like rubbing the belly or like rubbing the heart. Feel it. And then soothe. Transform the energy just through like a touch and softness and kindness. Over here we have upheaval. Those are those bouts. Okay. So I'm in the timeline where the sun is older now, and I don't know what age that means. Could be 9, could be 13, could be 29, could be 40. I don't know. That's not but even still, these upheavals, when they happen, I feel like the feminine energy does it one way and kind of goes in, and the sun might have just bouts of aggression. And I keep coming back to the wisdom of Furka's, like, take the advice. I don't know if it's of a therapist, this, that, or the other, or maybe somebody outside to say, you can feel that, but it's the action that matters. Let the action
Zachary.
be soft. So as an example, when I sense the woman feeling the same upheaval, there's a softness that comes in, even though it's still pit of the belly, uncomfortable. When I'm in the younger male's energy, the action is aggressive, possibly even towards oneself. And that is, it's the action afterwards that tells the energy and aura of the living life what to receive more of. Does that make sense? It's not the feeling in and of itself. It's part of it. But it's the action. And one takes this way and one takes that way. I feel as though the mother and son are really going through the same thing. They're just going about it in different ways, or one's hiding it, or you both are in some respects. It's almost like I want to open the door to communication with the two living people. Like, you're not going through this alone. I am too, but it's like we still have life to live. Like that's how we honor.
Son.
That's how we honor. The gift that was this male, the King of Cups. It was definitely a dad Father made that past. Thank you. On the bottom, 3 of Swords. Oops, sorry. I feel like 28 might mean something, whether it was 28 years ago, 20 on the 28th, or 28 days. Death day is 28. Birthday 28, this, that, or the other. The King of Cups came in with take advice.
Which?
Like there is a presence about he's stepping forward. This male in spirit is stepping forward with this cup because he's the king of all these cups. 3 of coins and 2 of coins. So for me, there's an acknowledgement of 2, the couple, the pairing, your partner, your companion, and then the family of 3. Him, her, and the son. The parents and the son. Yes. The heartbreak wasn't supposed to happen or something like that. It's almost like I'm having this moment right now, this bout in reflection of the spirit, seeing it, like feeling uplifted. It's like I'm feeling strong and I'm going through this. And then I have this bout. And then the spirit like does, oh, it's going to make me cry. The sentiment always makes me cry, but it's beautiful. I feel like this is for the son. I can't do it by myself, but it's like when the son is having these bouts, I can see the male. You know when buddies like grab hands, but they do it like that way, and they're like, you know, I got you, or they pull themselves together. It's like, I'm here. That's how it happens with the son. It's like he grabs a beer and he sits with them. He's like, I'm right here. I'm right here. When I go to the woman, it's like a telepathy in my tone. And it's like we speak, almost like you can hear a conversation in your head. You think you're making it up. I don't think you are. I think you're channeling it. It's a communication that's happening. You've been together many lifetimes. I don't know if I said that. Did I say that? I don't know. I'm going to repeat it even if not. I'm seeing like knitting or crocheting hooks. A lot of spirit animals are coming through. Synchronicities through spirit animals. I feel like it's much easier for me when I'm in the spirit space to connect with the female.
God.
But when I get into the sun space, there's a different energy. It's because the grief's not the same. The bio something or other, the biology of the body of the being is different. So what works for one might not work for the other, but it's almost like I want to say that needs to be talked about. Like what's working for you, what's not working for you, maybe an inspiration. And I also just heard it's not about solving something. This isn't about solving, finding the cure for grief, the cure for loss, filling it. This is existing with the 3 of you still intact, but one of you in a different frequency. And but still here, just existing in a different frequency. So it's like the language is a little different. Okay, getting ready to close out for the spirit message. I'm also seeing like dragonfly wings or something. They're like a translucent wing. So I don't know if dragonfly means something to someone. Repairing the veil. Will the lighting let that come through?
Psychic.
You know what I just heard? I feel like this is for the woman. I will follow him
Sun.
him wherever he may go. There isn't an ocean too deep, a mountain so high you can't keep me away. It's like, seriously, I'm bawling my eyes out in this reading. I apologize for my singing. It's definitely not my tone. I have like a raspy tone. But that's how I feel. Or that's how he's acknowledging, like he understands. Even death can't keep you apart. Like, because you're still communicating. There's a group think going on between the three of you. The family is still united. The family is still connected. Balancing on one foot, gathering around, and moon maiden new beginnings. These are all very green cards.
Witch.
Heart cards. I'm also seeing like a tulip or something growing, and maybe like varicose veins or something about retaining water. I don't know if it's an actual physical symptom of holding tears, retaining tears. I've cried more in your reading, so hopefully that inspires you to release and not retain the tears. I'm also seeing like I don't know if they're elephant or dinosaur footprints. And then it kind of brings me into the sun space, like the foot, to follow dad's footsteps are big. Like I feel like he's made it bigger, but it's an honor. But he's making it too big, like he needs to fill something. He doesn't. Fill your own cup. Be who you're going to be. Gathering around the power of community, balancing act. Mood maiden, new beginnings. It's like our family just changed states and configurations. There's a balancing act, absolutely, of the heart. To miss the tangible, absolutely understandable. Miss it, feel it. The action to be soothing and sentimental versus aggressive, because the aggression's bringing in something else. There's the gathering
Witch.
around feels like all those spirit animals that I was talking about, because you guys are still a group. You're full individually and together. It has said witch like so many times. I don't know. I will let it be. Let it be. Let it be. I'm also seeing a baby dragon. It has like very mystical. It's almost like I was seeing a My Little Pony, but with like this magical eyeshadow or something around it. Or seahorses might mean something to someone. It's like I see the seahorse symbology with the female and the baby dragon with the sun. And then I'm also seeing what I don't know if it's a pheasant or a ferret. I don't know what it is. I'll share it with you and see if it'll come through. It's up here. And see, like there's a little face. It's like got a long body and a tail. I don't know what it is. I was just brought back to the sun. They were doing that. You know, like when and I say it doesn't have to be just boys, but in my world, generally it is. I personally wouldn't interact that way with somebody, but you know, like they grab their buddy's hands and they're like, that. It's this motion, drawing closer.
Zachary.
Okay, closing out for the spirit message. Thank you so much for being here. Like, share, subscribe. Links below to donate and or be my muse. Oh, this card came. I picked up this card and shuffled through. So it must be important. Mindful, groupthink. There's something about the spirit of coming together, maybe this mother and the son, and talking it out that can really help repair some sort of veil and to accept something. That this is the new dynamic of our family, and we're going to nurture this and, you know, talk with dad and not like to nurture you know, some insane way, but it grows the intuitive and spiritual connection and trusting that life is always being lived, just in different degrees of density. Life is always being lived. I'm going to leave that there. This was a beautiful reading, and I want to thank you very, very much for being here and for sharing the space with me, and to the spirit realm for stepping forward and sharing your messages. It's always an inspiration, and I'm grateful. I'm also seeing a dog, like a Rottweiler maybe, or is it a Rottweiler? I don't know what kind of dog it is. It doesn't look angry. It looks I don't know what kind of dog it is. I'll show it to you. Maybe it is like a Rottweiler, but it's like an older dog. It's right in there. Is my finger in the way? Yeah, I don't know if the dog's in spirit or currently with you. Okay, I'm going to go. Thank you so much. Until next time.